5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Of the Web Boxing 101 podcast, live from El Paso, Texas, and also live from Odessa, Texas. We got our guest, none other than Iram Sanchez. Tough dude, man. You look tough, Iram, because you know what? They're guerrilla heavy hitters from Texas. That's right. And we're going to get with what about that name, which is a fucking cool name. And Iram, I want to thank you for taking time of your busy schedule to come and just bullshit with us and talk box, okay?
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all inviting me, man.
You got it. And with us, like always, is Mr. Hitman, Herman Delgado, former heavyweight fighter, fought the likes of Vitaly Klitschko, C. Rockman, guy that knows boxing, a great personality here in El Paso, and also here in El Paso as our coach for Web Boxing. So, Herman, welcome to the show as well.
What's up, guys? Iram, what's up, man? Welcome.
Thank you, man. How's it going, guys?
Good.
We're doing good, Iram. Folks, just don't forget to tune in on the Boxing Reporter to see all our podcasts. We're on our 66th edition. We will be also changing our logos coming up. Still same thing, still same brand, but we're going to talk a little bit more. We're going to open our platform a little bit more to talk more topics, not just boxing, but topics that probably affect boxing, like politics and things that are going around the world right now. Just to talk, man, and bullshit and pass some time. So, with that said, we're going to kick it off here. And Iram, can you tell us about yourself, man? Tell us where are you transmitting from, and tell us a little bit about where you're from and your gym.
Yeah, I'm actually transmitting here from my gym right now. We just finished our class that we had. I'm here from Odessa, Texas. And what was the other question you said?
How's your gym? You're from your gym, and tell us where your gym is located. Promote your gym for me.
Yeah, we're here in Odessa, Texas. We're on 607 Royalty. We opened about a year ago exactly, almost. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
And, we started, we opened it because my boys, I have 3 boys that fight, and we're training all over the place, different gyms, or I work out at. They gave me the chance to train my boys in there too as well. And my older son, he just turned pro. He has going on the second fight. So I knew we had to get a better facility. So we all actually opened it just for them. But then, thank God people are asking me, hey, do you train kids? Do you do this? Do you do that? And so we started kind of opening doors to train other kids. And thank God today, we have about 70, 75 kids here in the gym.
Damn.
So Iram, how many gyms do you have in Odessa? What's the population of Odessa?
I think we're about 180, maybe 190.
How many gyms are in Odessa that you know of? I'm pretty sure you know.
There's about 4 or 5 gyms. Yeah, 4 or 5 gyms, man. Boxing's it's actually it's grown a lot, There's been a couple of guys that opened up their own gyms as well, So boxing's growing a lot over here, man. Thank God.
So and I know what under USA Boxing, is it the West? What region is it? What region is it? Is it border? We're Border Association. What is that one? Is that West Texas? Is it? Are you part of the amateur program over there in Odessa?
We're West Texas.
West Texas. And how's the amateur program going? Do you have amateur fighters, not just pro?
Yeah, we got a bunch of them. I got like at least 20 active amateur fighters that compete here out of our gym. We actually have their books and they're registered.
Yeah, same like us. So you said that. Tell us a little bit about your boy, man. He's turning pro. How many pro fights has he had, or is he gonna barely debut?
Nah, he had his first pro fight November 19th of this year. Here in Hobbs, with Mr. Isidro Castillo.
Isidro, yeah.
Yeah,
that's right.
He's a good man. Yeah, so we fought in Hobbs, and I remember him telling me a long time ago, he's like, hey man, I want you to let me do your son's first pro fight, and it did happen, so it was pretty cool about that. And go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, so he fought there and he won. We're supposed to fight a guy that had he was pretty, he was like he didn't have very many fights, but he backed out 3 days before the fight, man. He was fighting at 122.
Wow.
So last minute, we found a guy. He had like 40 fights. He was a journeyman. He had a lot of experience, but we had already sold a lot of tickets. We had a lot of people going. So this guy came in a little heavier, and so my son had to. I told him to go eat a little double cheeseburger before we go weigh in. Bumped him up to about $130. And the fight was made, man. It was kind of nerve wracking, because, you're already trained for that fight. Guy backs out 3 days. We already sold a bunch of tables, man. Thank God to all the fans here in Odessa. The support we get, man. It's amazing. And
Herman, is that the one that you did also, Herman? Was that the one in Las Cruces in the Pan Am?
No, did your son fight in Las Cruces? No, I don't think he did.
Or it was
no, he didn't fight in that one.
Oh.
It was in Hobbs. It was in Hobbs.
Okay.
Where I actually had a guy training here too. He did MMA, and he had the first bare knuckle fight in New Mexico history, and he came out of our gym too.
Okay.
Anthony Sanchez. So he fought a bare knuckle fight. So that was pretty different.
That's some tough shit.
When I wrapping his hands, like, all right, how do we do this? So it was just kind of different,
So how did you wrap his hands?
It's kind of like the same, man, but there's no padding. You just stop like right here, man, and the knuckles are exposed. You pretty much is just for wrist support.
Oh,
it's all it is, wrist support. There's the knuckles are exposed, man. It's just a wrap to about right here, and that's it.
Oh man,
they don't pay enough. I can't do that shit. They wouldn't pay enough, man.
No, that guy, he's got another fight coming up here, and we'll probably be going to Miami.
Damn.
Is it a bare knuckle fight?
Yeah, bare knuckle, and I think he's got another one before that with Isidro coming up soon. So, anyway, so yeah, man, we fought in that card, and I was going online, and I seen there was a tournament. It's a WBC. It's called the Big Belt Championship. It's backed by Mauricio Suleiman. So this tournament is for kids that have under 5 pro fights. You can't have more than that for this tournament.
And where's this tournament at? Florida?
Well, this is one for my son now. I'm getting up to his second fight. So he's got 2 pro fights already. But the second fight that he had, we joined this tournament. It's called the Boxing Showcase. I don't know if you heard about those guys.
I
haven't heard of it.
Yeah, it's a big tournament going on in Dallas, and Mauricio Suleiman, they're putting up a WBC belt for guys that have under 5 fights.
Wow.
You got to have a winning record. Man. You got to have a winning record, and you got to have under 5 professional fights to join this tournament. So, thank God that we got in. They let us in. We fought the semifinals just barely this past month, November 19th.
Wow.
And we fought a kid from it was from Dallas. We fought in their town, and we won the unanimous decision at a bantamweight.
Wow.
And so our support was so big, man, that
are the weight categories the same as in in boxing?
Yeah, it's everything the same. It's professional. Right. it's just a tournament. So kind of like the one that tournament they had over the series, Super Series, or what is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kind
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
that. So it's a high risk but high reward. So a lot of people didn't want to get in this tournament because a lot of when you're starting out, that you want to pick, you want a couple of fights to kind of build your guy up,
Yeah.
and this tournament, I mean, you don't know who you're gonna fight. You might fight a badass motherfucker or something, or you might be a national champion or with a lot of experience.
So long as they have those less than 5 fights and they're in.
You're in. So we joined and we made it to the semifinals, and we had so much support that they told me that they want to have the main event here in Odessa, January 29th. So my son's going to be the main event. It's going to be on pay-per-view. It's televised. They do some really nice shows, man. You should look them up.
But your son's going to be fighting, and this is regular boxing.
Yes.
Yeah, regular boxing.
All right.
This is
Amateur.
He's going to fight for the WBC belt.
All right.
So what that does, it gets you in the WBC family, and they're going to start, maybe they'll start moving you a little bit, promoting you and moving you to kind of get you up in the ranks. You're not going to be a rank, but it's going to help you.
Exactly. That's good, man.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited, man.
Speaking of that, right now when you mention that about fights, you got this tournament going on. It's too bad that in the amateur ranks, you got kids that are open class, and then when they get a fight, they don't want to fight because the guy has 30, 40 fights, and it's like, you're open class. Who gives a shit? And that's the issue we have here in El Paso all the time with some of these kids. They're open class, pero they're open. Se les abre los güeyes. They don't want to fight.
Yeah, see, and I feel like if you're gonna get better, you gotta fight the best. Bro.
Exactly.
Let me just show you how I did it, bro. I got a kid, man, that has been fighting me for about a year. He finally started getting good. He's got 5 fights. His name is CJ Rodriguez, and I fight him with kids with 150 fights, bro. And because he's got I feel like he's a kid that there's kids that that hey, he can hold his own. It's a se faja el cabrón. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's getting better, bro. So I'm taking him to nationals, man. Here next week to Louisiana.
Right on, man.
He's 15 years old, 95 pounds. And he's gonna, it's gonna be a good experience for him, man. I want him to get better, and yeah, you gotta have tough fights, bro. You gotta fight the best.
We got a kid like that, man. We got a kid at the gym like that, Diego, and that kid, he's only got 3 fights, but let me tell you something. He's gonna be something to watch out for in the next couple of months and years to come, because that chingón el chavo, he's good.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you a question, Iram. So you mentioned you put them against fighters that have 150 fights, and I guess this question, Dean's for both of you. Your son, how many amateur fights did he have?
Shoot, man, my son had, honestly, realistically, he had about maybe 28 fights, amateurs.
Okay, so you had 28. Okay, so you had 28. So when do you know when he's ready for pro? So because you mentioned there's kids that are in the amateur that have 130 fights. So do you think I guess my question is, when do you know he's ready for pro? Does he have to have a lot of amateur fights, or do you think that 150 amateur fights can damage a fighter going into pro instead of having 24 amateur? Okay, you're ready. Herman, what do you think, man?
Well, it all depends. You got kids. Look at me. I had 152 amateur fights. I turned pro, but I turned pro late in my career. But that's because after the Olympic trials, what else do you do, man? It's like you got to go to the next step, next level. And in the pros, it doesn't matter how many fights you had as an amateur. It's all about the training, the fight. It's all about your training. It doesn't matter. You start with a 0-0 record, and those 152 fights don't mean shit in the pros. So that's just how it. But a kid, you get him to a point, you don't want to rush him too fast, but you'll much more or less see when he starts sparring and the kids can't stand up with him. It's like, you know what? It's time to take the next step up. And the majority, like kids here in El Paso, they don't have that recognition. There is some that have recognition, but again, by the time they decide they want to go pro, they're burned out, man, or they're not ready. There's some kids now we got that are pros, and hey, they've taken the right steps, but you got to take this either trophies or money, man, and the hell with the trophies, man.
So
That shit don't pay the rent.
All right, Iram, same question to you. What do you think?
I mean, it's like you said, man. You just know, man. Like my boys, they started playing baseball. They were big baseball players, all three of them. And we traveled. We did select baseball. You traveled. They're good baseball players. And we did boxing in between. They would fight a couple of fights when they were little. We'll go back to baseball season. But the difference is that we still stay sparring. We'll spar, go to baseball practice, or go to baseball practice and still spar. We still train. But I didn't really just burn them out on boxing. We did baseball, they did soccer, we did the football. But it gets to a point where you're like, okay, man, hey, it's time to decide, bro. Are you? I mean, you're Mexican, you're 5'7". Obviously, you're not gonna play for the Dallas Cowboys. You got to be like 2 years old, 180 pounds, fucking 7 feet tall.
And the Mavericks
and
ain't
you
calling.
might have a chance. And the Mavericks ain't calling. So you got to be realistic, man. And I made them make that decision because I'm not gonna force it on them. In this business, you gotta really want it. So. And thank God they picked boxing.
Yeah, but we have a Trevino's son, Tree's son, Danny. He's got that pro style, and that's where that kid's at right now. It's up to his. The decision is his, and he can whoop all. He can beat the shit out of all these guys in the amateurs. But hey, it's time to make a paycheck and use your skills to your advantage. That's where we're at with that young man.
And that's the thing with me. Like my son, he's a boxer, so you're fighting 3 rounds, 3 minutes. You don't have time. In amateurs, they want you like, pow, 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 go forward, don't go back. So we go to nationals, and he can be countering the guy, here and there, but you're gonna lose because you weren't being the pressure fighter. And his first fight, we fought the second fight we fought a kid, great kid. He was a good fighter. He was a elite, amateur, and he was a tough kid, but he would go forward. And my son was moving, counter punching, had the boxing skills, footwork, and he won unanimous, bro. And this kid was a kid that was a high prospect kid, and and then another thing, when you do know that they're ready to go pro, I take them to spar. Recently, we go to California. We sparred. Mr. Manny Robles gave us the opportunity to go to his gym, and we spar some of his guys. We go to FHG. Shout out to Coach Ray from FHG. They're always open the door for us over there. They got Eddie Kid Vasquez. They got Tony Lopez, Fort Worth, Clay Burns. They got some tough kids over there, man. Tough guys, and so when we went to Cali, you kind of see like, hey, we did pretty. You don't win sparring, but if your son's got it and he can hang. So I knew that, hey, man, we're in this. We're in this, bro. I know we're from a little town, but we're gonna still skate and make a Odessa on the map, bro.
So let me ask you another question. So you've had this success with your gym. Congratulations, and you also have a home out here in El Paso. Warriors Edge is your casa, Mr. Iram Sanchez. You're always welcome here, buddy.
Appreciate it, man.
So how is boxing in Odessa, man? I mean, I know you don't want to call on nobody, and we don't want you to, but how is the boxing scene in Odessa, Texas? Pros and cons.
Let's start with the support is insane, man. Like, we have never had so many amateur tournaments in Odessa in years, man.
That's cool.
There's been a couple of coaches. I'll give a shout out to Mr. Augie Tapia. He's been throwing a lot of shows, man. Like, I'm talking about like two shows a month. Every other month is last year. I had a kid that just started with me last year, right? Yeah. He's been here with my gym for a year, and he's already got 11 amateur fights.
Damn,
in this
that's
area.
Good.
Just for our area, man. So there's been a lot of shows coming over here, man. And a buddy of mine, Jesus Almanse, threw a show. You know, Odessa is boxing is good, man. There's a lot of support, man. A lot of fights coming over here lately, and a lot of teams coming over here now. They used to always be in Dallas, Fort Worth area. We have to
Yeah.
always leave. Now they're coming over here because we're throwing a lot of shows, man.
Yeah, Mr.
And
Agustin Tapia, good guy, man. He came out here to help us on our show last week.
yeah, he's a we call him Big Booty Boy, but he's but no, he's a good dude, man. You know, there's some good people out here, man. You know, I'm not gonna hate on nobody. We're just like I said, you know, we gotta work together, man, to put a boxing on the map because boxing's always been underground. Hey, there's a boxing team here, you know, or where's this gym at? So I've been trying to just, you know, push it, man, and give these kids opportunities because it's all about football here and baseball. I want to put boxing. Hey, boxing's here too, man. So you gotta watch out. Make room for boxing.
Hey, Iram, you've had a lot of people watch your show. They are. It's just a shout out to Miss Irma, Angelica Soto, Ricardo Cush, Joanna Bernal, Nicole Martinez, Luis Rios, and Johnny Armendariz, and then we got Joe Gomez. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Mr. Joe Gomez. I'm sorry. My condolences, Mr. Gomez, if you're listening. And my prayers to your entire family, my friend. My deepest condolence to you and your family on your recent loss, man. And just a shout out from all of us here at Web Boxing, man.
Yes, sir.
So moving right along. As a
Big
gym
up to
owner,
those people for watching, man.
yeah, hell yeah. As a gym owner, what's the most rewarding aspect of having a gym, and what is a possible drawback?
The most rewarding to me, man, is just bringing these kids, man, like seeing their smile, you know, their confidence build.
Yeah.
You know, I've had kids that were just gamers, and their parent, you know, it feels good when their parents tell you that thanks to our gym or boxing, not me, you know, boxing, and if their kids are getting good grades, they threaten them not to let them come to the gym if they don't behave. They become more respectful, you know, because we do talk a lot about that here. And, you know, we do, I drug test the kids here before we fight. You know,
how do you drug test?
I buy these drug tests, man. You know, my brother has a company and he gives me a lot of drug tests. Just pee in the cup, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I'll tell them if you're going to go to the next level, you fail a drug test, you're done, bro. They're not going to take you serious. You know, if you want to take this serious, I'm not, you know.
I know about that.
I mean, and I ask their parents for their consent. Yeah, man. So, I don't know.
That's pretty cool, huh,
There you
Herman?
go, buddy. I keep them on stock, baby.
Right on, man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool,
I don't
man.
play ball like, you know.
Yeah, man. You're serious heavy hitter, man. Shit.
I mean, I'm not driving to fucking Louisiana, spend 8 hours of my time from work and business, and then these kids are smoking weed, bro. I'm not gonna do that shit.
Exactly.
Give up.
That's
My
the right
time,
point.
you know, my time is valuable too, man. So I ask them, I say, look, how serious are you about this? You want to just to have fun, and you know, it's understandable. But if you want to really take it serious, and I see the kid is serious and he's got potential, I'm gonna do that shit, man. I'm gonna test him. You know, see how really bad he wants it and how much time I'm gonna put with this kid.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's fucking awesome. Go ahead, Herman.
And that's one thing I always tell Tree. I said, if a kid can walk into the gym by himself to get information, that kid's going to stick around and he's interested. But if the parents got to take him, like, come on, that kid's just going to be there and say, the hell with this shit. I don't want to do it anymore. It's just like,
yeah,
you're just wasting time.
So that's the.
Go ahead.
It's always good to see a kid walk in there. Hey, what's this? I want to take boxing. And we had a couple kids come in like that, and you know what? Those kids will stick around, man, because they're doing it on their own. Nobody's forcing them. Hey, you need to go to boxing.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's I guess a possible drawback is you're spending more time at the gym than in your business. I guess.
Man,
I don't know.
The drawback is, I mean, I'm trying to think of a drawback, man. Like you said, pretty much I don't have time to to do yard work at home. I don't leave here till 10 o'clock. You know, I get off of work. I get here on my days off. I'm here all day, cleaning, fixing a bag that's messed up, or it's really where I find peace here, man. I love being here. You know, so but the drawback is just man, I really can't think of one.
Good.
You know?
I mean, but you're right. I mean,
just to see.
Even me, man. I mean, I work and then I come here every day, and I find peace in boxing, man. And yeah, it's a business, but I mean, it is what it is, and we try to help it as much kids as we can too.
I mean, and honestly, man, I have a wife too, man. My wife, she's really supportive, man, and she's here. She's like the team mom. She's always here for the kids. She's in the office in here, they kids talk to her about certain things, and she hated boxing, but she grew up around it. She's been around it for 10, 11 years. So she loves it now. And it takes two people, man, because if she was somebody that was always bitching and, oh, you're always at the gym, you don't have time for us, and that, this would never be possible, man.
Without her. Yeah, and I say the same thing about my wife. Exactly.
I mean, she's on board, so shout out to her.
Right on.
Well, it's obvious that Coach Sanchez is real busy with the kids, and it's obvious that, you know what, man, Odessa needs more people like you, or Texas needs more people like Mr. Sanchez. One thing that attracted me to invite you to our show, man, to our humble show, was, I mean, I would follow you, man, and you guys would do amazing things. So keep up doing the amazing stuff, Coach. I love your logo, man. I want to buy you some caps. So I guess after the show, I would like to cash app you. If you can send them to me, I'll pay for the shipping too, man. I would like to get Herman one too. So you have a great logo, man.
I appreciate it, man.
What does the hat say? I can't see it from here.
GHH.
Oh, that's a badass hat.
Fuck yeah, man.
Man.
I love them, bro.
Bring the other ones.
Hey, and you also mentioned Agustin Tapia, man. And I just want to say hello to him too, man, because he's a big part of Odessa. But man, that guy traveled all the way over here to help us on our show twice already, and his wife.
Yeah, no, he's I tell him he's a nut job, but he's a damn good dude, man.
I mean,
he's a good dude, bro. Hey, he's good people, man. He's good people, and like I said, I want to show love to everybody here. You know,
of course, man.
There's some good people, man, and he does. He's the one that's really moving, pushing at all these shows, and he's doing a lot of good things for. You know, I tell him, hey, you deserve your respect, man. You know, if they won for you, none of these kids are fighting. So he's the one moving. You know, he's pushing.
Yeah, we try to do stuff out here as well. So, hey, let me move gears here. Did you see this past weekend's fight, the Lopez Cambosa fight?
Yeah, man.
What was your take on the fight?
I think he fought the wrong fight. I'm sure everybody says that. I think that knockdown screwed him up, man, mentally. So I think he tried to play catch up.
It made him realize he's human.
He made him realize that he's human, but he didn't want to humble himself down to, hey, go back to boxing, bro.
There you go.
He's trying to knock him out the whole damn fight. And he didn't know how to work his way. I don't really know what his dad was telling me in the corner, man, but I think he was just trying to just drop him because he got dropped. And if he would have just boxed him, I think it would have been an easy fight for him, man.
I think so too. I think if Lopez
would have calmed down,
fight the fight like a fighter. He's obviously the bigger fighter. He's obviously the most skilled fighter. And if he would have taken his time, I think he would have came out victorious at the end of the day. But he wanted to knock his head off, and his dad was telling him that he was winning, that he was doing good. I think a lot of people dislike Lopez because of the dad.
It came to the point where that fight was more about his pride than it was about winning the damn thing. It's like he let that shit get in the way. Like, oh man, I got my ass knocked. I'm gonna teach this guy a lesson. Wrong answer, man. He had all those rounds to make up for that shit, and he didn't. So
yeah.
I think, I think he just fought the wrong fight, man.
I think so too. I think if he comes back with a rematch, he'll beat him, right? Oh
yeah, bro, he'll beat him, bro.
Okay,
and I
so
think,
let me ask.
Sometimes.
So let me ask you. So are you going to give credit to Camboso? Camboso's did all right, man. He's a good
Oh
fighter.
yeah, no, he did. No, he's a tough guy, bro. He did his thing, man. I mean, he won the
Fucking
fight.
tough.
He's that fool. He's like, I ain't got nothing to lose, man. I gotta go and I gotta do shit for my family, bro.
And that guy, that guy used to spar with Manny Pacquiao, so he learned a lot of shit from that guy. So he's a badass, man. I gotta hand it to him, and this just motivated him and put him up there. It's time to kick some ass, and he's gonna continue. I think that's the way.
He's a beast, bro. But I think it would have been a better fight if Teofimo would have. It would have been a good boxing fight, man. Because Camboso was boxing too, man. He was doing some good counters. He was counter punching really good, man.
It's almost like
real good.
That fight. I watched. I just watched the replays of it. Rosado and Munguia. That kid Munguia's like reminds me of Salvador Sanchez. Just a classy. That chingón el vato. There's no. It's a badass man. Period.
That fight was a war.
Munguia is a badass.
That was a war.
Yeah, that's
a fight.
That was a
I'll
fight,
tell you what, man. Rosado never. He hardly wins like the big fights. Either they rob him, or he doesn't win them. But that guy's a beast, bro. You got to give that guy credit, man. He fights anybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? He's on his way out. I would like to see. You know who I would like to see Rosado fight? Austin Trout from Las Cruces. That'd be a good fight.
That would be a good fight.
The same weight.
Shit, I think. Rosado could fight anybody.
Yeah, he got knocked out, possibly knockout of the year here in El Paso, man. Remember that fight?
He knocked the shit out of that guy. I forgot his bully. El bully. Forgot his name.
Yeah.
He's one of those Ukrainian fighters. He knocked him here at the
Bektamir.
Done. Yeah, but they call him bully.
Yeah, the Bektamir dropped him. Rosado was dropped in the first round, and then he comes back and knocks him out in the third round with a possible knockout of the year, man. So it was vicious. So let me go back to Lopez real quick and Camboso. So, and this goes for both of you guys. What do you guys think? What's next for Camboso in that weight division? Is it Haney against or Jojo Diaz this week? What do you think Camboso is going to do? Because he is the champ.
He's got to take a light. He's got to, after a fight that he just had, he's got to, you got to watch. That's your whoever his trainer, his management. They got to take it easy the next couple, maybe the next fight, and then move it up, step it up, because you just can't go from one badass fight to another one. You're gonna that guy is gonna be forget it, man. But I mean, he fought a hell of a tough fight, so got to come back with something lighter, a little bit lighter. And again, it's all about money and business, so the management's got to watch it.
What do you think, Iram?
Well, I think it's how old is Camboso?
Camboso is I think he's in his early 20s. I'll get that info right now. I think I'll look for it up right now. I got it.
That's gonna determine my answer right there.
20. Oh shit, he's 28 years old.
Exactly. So, I mean, he's getting up there. I mean, he's still young. He's pretty about hitting his prime, but I think it's going to be more of a business side of decision, man. I mean, there's so many upsets. So he might even fight Ryan Garcia because he got more followers, and that's going to be probably more money.
So speaking of Ryan Garcia, which now he wants to fight Camboso, he's made it clear, but let's put him on hold. This week we got Jojo Diaz versus David Haney. Possibly the winner will probably take Lopez or even Camboso. What do you guys think of that fight?
Who's that?
An exciting fight. Jojo Diaz fights this week against David Haney.
That's going to be a good one.
Very good fight. And it should be an exciting fight as well. I don't think Jojo has this. He'll have the stamina, but I think David Haney is the more skilled and better fighter, and he will take the win this weekend, and hopefully that'll set up a big fight. David Haney, or maybe even the David Haney-Lopez fight that we wanted to see, right? Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's just – Jojo Diaz is a tough son of a bitch too, man. So,
hell yeah.
I think Haney might outbox him, but Jojo Diaz is a dog, man. He's tough.
Exactly. So it'll be a big fight weekend for that. But in that division, which is a real busy division, Camboso actually shook up the world, and he kind of rattled the whole division, and he took everybody, and he took the belt. So, so let me ask you now, what do you think is next for Lopez? Should Lopez retire his dad and just make him a manager and get a better? Not I want to say better, but get another coach.
Get him the fuck out of there. That's the honest to God truth, man.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think?
I know. I think he just needs to tone it down a little bit, man. Just be a bit more about your son, and I don't think Teofimo was gonna. He posted a picture of him and his dad, together. Hey, his dad ain't going anywhere. But maybe this humbled everybody, man, and you're gonna look. You might see things different now. Might start getting really more serious.
And Iram said the big word. It's a business thing now. You got to take that approach, just like Canelo is all business, man. Sometimes people don't agree with who he fights, but you know what? It's all business, and it's bringing in a shitload of money. And look at his team. His team is always humble. Just sticks to the plan. Well, and where you got this guy, Lopez, almost like Danny Garcia's dad. Same shit, man. People want to stay away from that crap.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's another one of those father-son duos that sometimes it works or sometimes it doesn't work. We've seen success in father-son duos in pro fighting, and we've seen fights that, remember, Oscar De La Hoya didn't want his dad in the corner. Yeah. And then Vargas had an issue with that. But then we've had some successful ones, too. That one is a successful. Even Garcia's a successful one. But then, of course, critics are going to say, well, does he get rid of his dad and just make him a manager? Or does he just get a better trainer or a fighter that's fought before, and then he's a trainer and take Lopez to the next level? But I hope he got a taste of humble pie, folks, because I like Lopez, man. He's a good fucking fighter.
Yeah, he's a beast, man. I think it is gonna humble him, man. He's big on God. His faith is big. So I mean, I think he's just trying to just for ratings, But he doesn't need it, man. He can just prove that shit in the ring. Yep. Show your skill and show your skills, man. Keep knocking fools out and keep beating them, and that's how you get promote yourself, man.
Yeah, of course, man. Let me ask you a question, Iram, and this is a good question to ask. You know what? This is a good question to ask when you're sitting around the dinner table with your friends. If you can sit down with 5 people, eat lunch with, who would they be? Who would you want sitting next to you? 5 people that you could, anybody you want for lunch. Who would it be?
Alive or dead?
It don't matter. It doesn't matter. You tell me. And tell.
Well, number one would be God sitting next to me, bro.
What would you talk about? What would you talk about?
Just fix boxing, bro. Judging.
You'll tell God to fix boxing? Is that all you tell him?
Yeah, bro. It's bad. That's how bad it is, man. Don't be robbing people from good fights, man.
Hey, well, I'm going to tell you this past weekend, the judges got it right with Camboso. I thought they were going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
So God will fix it.
Pretty good, man.
Yeah, the judges got it right. So who would be your second personality?
I would have who would it be, man? Probably Salvador Sanchez, probably.
He beat me to it, man. Yeah. That's one. Him, I would. Salvador Sanchez, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali's another one.
Those guys. Sugar Ray Robinson.
Sugar Ray Robinson. Let me see. Man, I don't. There's a lot of them I would like to.
Well, it doesn't have to be boxing.
Well, that's all I think about. But let me see.
Tree just said that because he wants to put in Emmett Smith.
There you go.
Shit.
Hey, you owe me 2 more, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, man. You just got me on the spot, bro.
Hey, David.
David Rodriguez on the show, man. El Nino.
I just saw him.
What's up, buddy? Hey, who's 2 more? Come on, 2 more.
Who else, man? Chavez. I like to have Chavez.
Yeah, Chavez would be good to talk to, huh?
And
Hey,
Mike Tyson, man.
Mike
Yeah.
Tyson. That'll be good. Hey, what
That'd
is
be a nice
what is
little
that?
table right there.
Those are the 5 ones, right? That's pretty good. What did COVID pandemic teach you, man?
It's probably just patience, man. Patience and just not to go crazy, man. Just to know how to, find different things to do and just to really look at life differently, man. When not take things for granted, like even just going grocery shopping.
Yeah, no shit.
What about you, Herman? What did it teach you, man?
It just taught me there's just you got to take care of yourself. Sure, they talk about the pandemic and about the vaccination, but the number one priority is take care of yourself. Stay healthy, exercise, la chingada, everything else. Yeah, there's people that say, yeah, I got to do this. Hey, to each his own, man. But stay healthy. You got a guy eating a fucking hamburger saying, "Oh, I'm not getting vaccinated." Well, maybe you don't worry about the vaccination. Put that fucking hamburger down. Get in the gym, exercise, walk, anything, man.
I got a bunch of guys.
I guess the pandemic also taught me patience as well, man. Fortitude and also put life into perspective, man. This was some serious shit that we've never gone through before.
It's like a movie, man. Like we're there standing in line, only a few people, a couple of items at the grocery store. I'm like, is this real, man? Is this shit really happening? It was crazy, man.
Yeah.
You're
waiting for Rod Serling to walk out. You're waiting for Rod Serling from the Twilight Zone to walk out in another planet. Like, cabrón.
Yeah.
Right?
Some crazy shit, man.
Yeah, it was weird, man. Weird deal.
Exactly. So, folks, we want to just say hello to Iram again and welcome Guerrilla Heavy Hitters and welcome everybody to the show here. One of our last shows of the year. So, with that, we're going to have the end of the year rapid fire. You ready to play, Iram, a rapid fire?
Yes, sir. I'll try.
Okay. So, in 2021, which one was your fight of the year?
Oh man, that's easy. There's Zepeda, and that was it the Russian guy?
Zepeda.
The one that just knocked out Vargas. What was that guy's name? That they knocked each other down like 5 times.
There's another guy that I don't know, Bertel.
That was a top rank fight. I forgot the name. That's right.
Yeah,
that was early, but that was in COVID year. I would think that was last year. No,
I think it was this year, wasn't it?
It was COVID time? I'll get you. I think it was COVID year.
And, okay.
What about you, Herman? What about you, man? What would be yours?
I would say the most recent fight that they showed Rosado and Munguia.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too, man.
Damn good
that
fight,
was a badass fight, bro. I'm gonna say that one too, man.
I'm gonna say Lopez Camboso for me. Fight of the year. It was a stunning split decision victory over the heavy favorite. Defeated the heavy favorite Lopez, and it was in Madison Square Garden, the mecca of boxing. So I got to go with that, the Camboso and Lopez fight as well. So next question, fighter of the year for you, Sanchez.
Fighter of the year. Who can I say? I'm going to say probably right now, I think I like Oscar Valdez, man. I think he's doing pretty good.
Good fighter. Good choice. What about you, Herman?
I would go with Munguia because we got to see him here at the Don Haskins, and then he came back with another strong fight against Rosado. So that guy doesn't shy away from chingazos. He's there to throw down, man. So I got to hand it to Munguia.
Good choices, guys. I mean, Valdez was good, and he's an upcoming kid coming up as well. And then Munguia also fought twice this year. I'm going to go with Canelo Alvarez.
Valdez is the kid that beat up on Bertel or whatever his name.
Yeah, Bertel.
He knocked him out cold, man.
Oh, man. And then he's...
I don't know if that was this year, Iram. Iram, was that this year?
I think it was.
It was early this year, huh? That's the fight I was talking about. Boy, he beat his ass
this year.
Well, I'm going to go with Canelo Alvarez.
Too, man.
Yeah, undisputed middleweight champion. He fought three times this year. I know he fought an unknown guys. It was that he fought the unknown whatever guy from what's his name? I fucking forgot his name. Oh, he fought Yield Dream. Yeah, Yield Dream, and it was whatever. But then he fought.
Who's he going to fight now? Tyson? Who's he going to fight now? No. Tyson Fury?
No, he's going to fight. He's going to fight Lunga Makuba, which is he's going to be a cruiserweight. He's going to go up to cruiserweight division just to get a belt. But I think I would like him to fight Usyk maybe in the future, or even Beterbiev. Beterbiev will be a very good, entertaining fight for Canelo at that weight, 200 pounds.
I think that one's a better one right there, man.
Yeah, he's going to challenge this guy in May to get a belt, but I think Beterbiev will be a very good fight for Canelo Alvarez. Well, we'll see, man. What about the top fighter to look for next year, Iram?
The top fighter to look for next year, I'm going to say, I think Shakur Stevenson, man.
That's a good fight. Good one. How about you, Herman?
Top fighter? I'm going to stay with Munguia. I see this guy doing some awesome things next year. It just his last two fights opened up the door to many possibilities. So that's what I'm going to go with.
Well, I'm going to go with
he's a beast, bro.
He is a beast. I'm going to go with top prospect, guys. I'm going to look for Nico Ali Walsh, which is the grandson of Muhammad Ali. He made his pro debut August 2021. He showed pretty good at the middleweight division, and I'm going to go with him. I think if they manage him right, we'll see him go, and the name will carry him. Good fighter.
Yeah, he looked pretty good, man. I mean, I know he's got the name, but he bangs, man. The guy got some skill. Not just because he's a lead, but he's got to prove himself, and he's got some big shoes to fill in.
Yeah, of course. What about your best female fighter of the year?
Best female fighter. I mean, I like watching Denise Estrada, man. She's a beast.
Yeah, good fighter. All right, good choice. What about you, Herman?
I the only one I really watched this year was when all because of Jennifer Hahn fought her, but that Katie Taylor, she's just she's tough, man. But I love the way Jennifer Hahn fought her. She didn't take any shit from her. She didn't take no shit from her. I'm going to say
Jennifer Hahn. For
good.
Me, that's a good choice. She went the distance, came up short. She traveled to England. Of course, everything was against her. She trained her ass off, and she fought well. I'm so happy for Jennifer Hahn, not because she's from our city, but she went up there, man, and hostile environment. She fought.
Yeah, she did.
It was 20,000 strong at the Leeds, England, and it was
that's pretty big.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. So kudos to Jennifer Hahn, and hopefully she gets a fight here pretty soon. And I heard that there might be some early pro fights in El Paso in February, so we'll see that. Okay, next one, best knockout of the year.
It has to be Zepeda, man, when he knocked out Vargas, bro.
Okay, Herman.
I'm gonna go with Tank. I'm gonna go with Valdez. When he knocked out what's his name? That kitty, the one that fought here in El Paso, Burchett.
Yeah.
Boy, he knocked the shit out of him.
I'm gonna go with Gabriel Rosado here at the Don Haskins Center.
Oh yeah, that's
he crushed Tamir. Yeah, he crushed him. Yeah. He got knocked down in the first round, and then Rosado comes back in the third round, and he devastating, crushing. And this his name is Bektamir. He was supposed to be like the top prospect, upcoming guy. Let's put this old trusty steed, Rosado, and he was focused. I remember talking to Rosado before the fight, and that guy was fucking focused, man. I don't take much of your time, champ, but good luck. And he was out there fucking focused, and he did what he had to do, man. He went to fucking fight, man. My kudos to Rosado, man. And he fought a good fight against Munguia, too. So hopefully we see him come back, man.
Yeah, that was a good one. I'm going to change mine to Tank. Is that this year? Tank and Leo?
Tank Davis and Leo was the late in 2020, I believe.
That was a hell of a knockout, though.
I'm behind on my fights, bro.
No, I
This
think
pandemic put us like.
Well, I'm gonna look
year
for
was
it.
that?
what was the? I think it was next, but who knows, man? It was Santa Cruz, right?
Yeah,
Boy, I knocked the shot out of him, man. Boom.
Oh man, bro, that was a killer knockout. I think it was this year. No,
Probably early in the year.
Well, we'll see.
Pull it up, man. Pull it up.
I will, buddy. And Tank Davis fights on Sunday, guys. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It's pay-per-view. It's fucking pay-per-view.
When the hell did he get out of jail, man?
No, that's Adrian Broner.
No, ese güey también, but Tank Davis was in jail in trouble.
Yeah. Money talks, bro.
Yep.
Hold on, guys. I'm almost there. I don't have my person that helps me with all this. Yeah, it was in 2020, guys. October 31st. It was Halloween.
Oh, damn.
It was
I was
Halloween.
pretty off, man.
Hey, Tank Davis fights on Sunday against Isaac Cruz. He's a fucking tough motherfucker. It's going to be at the Staples Center on Sunday. The only thing I have a problem with is fucking pay-per-view, man. But, oh, well. I mean, it's going to be Sunday. So we'll see Tank Davis against this Sunday. Biggest upset of the year? Anybody? Go ahead, Sanchez.
Too easy.
Lopez, man.
Yeah, Lopez. No doubt.
No doubt, bro. That was big upset.
Yeah. Last but not least, man, on this awards that we have here, the fight that you want to see next year, Mr. Iram.
I want to see. I want to see Canelo and Benavidez, man.
Why would you want to? Okay, tell me why. Why Benavidez? I mean, Benavidez only had 10 amateur fights, and then he's pro, and that's probably why he's had those problems of discipline. But why Benavidez?
Because I want Canelo to prove everybody that it's not. It's going to be an easy fight for him, I think, man.
I think so too.
I think Canelo is a.
Canelo. That's. I mean, yeah, but getting down to the weight. He's not. I don't think he'll ever agree to go down to 154 anymore. That's it.
No.
So
I think it'll be at 160 or 168. I think Benavidez is 168, ain't he?
He's 165.
Somehow they're gonna fix some shit there, man.
I don't think he'll fight him. I think Benavidez should fight one of the Jermell Charlo.
I think.
I like to see Munguia against one of the Charlos and whoop some ass.
Yeah, exactly. How come those don't fight? How about? Yeah, I mean, how about
Munguia and Canelo?
Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't think Munguia's ready for him, man. How about?
I think Canelo's too big now.
How about Triple G and Munguia?
There you go. Fight, that'd be a good one. That'd be a damn good fight.
Actually, they were talking about making that fight.
Yeah, I mean
that might be the next fight, man.
Here's the problem with Triple G. Ever since he left Abel Sanchez, he hasn't made himself marketable. He's been out for a year plus, and his wife's running the team now. And then Triple G, what he does, even fucked himself more, is he gonna fight in Japan against Murata, tough motherfucker, but nobody will see that fight. We're going to see it here in the morning. So I think Triple G is not making himself marketable, and he's making even more of a distance if he would ever have another possibility at Canelo. So I think that's the problem with Triple G. He needs to fight here, man, so we can see him. And I think the problem was with Triple G is when he left Abel Sanchez.
That needs to get out the door, that Canelo rematch. That shit ain't going to happen. It's not good for anybody. It's over. It's history. It's history. It's like sort of like Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran too. That was it. They fought the third time, and that shit. You don't even. I don't even. Move on. It's over. Move on, man. Move on.
Yeah, that would be a worse fight.
Yeah, and I agree.
Canelo will drop that out, bro.
But Canelo are still talking. People are still talking about that fight. But you're right.
Over.
I mean, and I respect you if you want to see him with Benavidez. I just think Benavidez should fight like the Charlo one of the Charlo brothers. He should fight. another, maybe Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant's in the picture too at that division. Canelo's going to go to a cruiserweight, maybe light heavyweight. Who the fuck knows? Hey, Joe Gomez just said
Benavidez don't stand a chance against Canelo at 168, 154, or 175. He'll get his ass kicked.
No, yeah. This is my issue with
Canelo will walk right through him.
Yeah.
This is my issue with Triple G too, though. Why don't they move away from fucking 160? He's been at that weight since forever.
Yeah, because he's older, man, and
he's older,
and I don't think
he can't take those big heavy hitters.
I don't think so either, man. And like I said, he's wasted too much time. He's getting older. So fuck yeah, you're right, man. Who knows, man? I bet, but he's gonna fight Murata, and you know what? He might even. What if he loses against Murata? Murata is a tough Japan fighter, man. He's old, but that one's gonna be in Japan. Why he goes over there? Who the fuck knows, man? Hey, folks, how about Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence? A fight to see in 2022.
I didn't mention that fight because it's not gonna get done, bro.
Well, because Crawford doesn't make himself marketable. I've always been against Crawford.
Those guys are like, who's that? You got to ask who? Just let it go. Otro, just let it go, man. Richard
Loya just said Spence versus Crawford. I would like to see that fight. Hey, man, that was a good fight against Porter, man. Porter's a tough motherfucker, man.
Yeah, he is.
I love Porter, man. That guy is a beast, bro. He fights everybody. Everybody needs to be like him. You know, everybody's too scared to get a zero, man. That's the thing, man. It's like MMA, the best fight the best. They get their ass kicked, they get knocked out, and people still love them and show support. Boxing, you get a zero, and that's you're into your career, man. That shit needs to change.
Boxing is growth, man.
That's fucked up, bro.
Hey, look at Santa Cruz. Once he got knocked out, bro, that was dumb for Santa Cruz. Am I right? That's a good example. We haven't heard of Santa Cruz.
And you probably won't hear of him anymore. That's cool.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that ship has left.
Hey, folks, what about that heavyweight fight? I mean, we haven't talked heavyweight as much. How about Usyk, the rematch against Anthony Joshua? Too, I think that should be a very exciting fight.
You got any walls to paint?
Honestly, man, I think I'd rather see Andy Ruiz and Joshua and Wilder. Yeah,
there you go. That would be a good one. Really? You got those two guys. Yeah, hell yeah. I would rather see that shit. It's more. You know, there's going to be chingazos. That's if he comes in and fights the way he fought the first time against Joshua.
Well, that's if Wilder even comes in and trains. Wilder's, I think he's done. But
it'd be nice to see him get his ass kicked in.
Well, maybe those are the fights. Well, maybe those are the fights to see in 2022. Definitely the boxing folks will be looking for a Canelo. I know they're going to talk shit about him because he's going to fight that unknown cruiserweight. He is undefeated, folks, at 200 pounds. So we'll see. The cruiserweight is not as exciting. There's not a lot of fighters out that are fan-friendly. So who the fuck knows what Canelo's going to do after that? We'll see, man. Iram, it's been a pleasure, man. Anything last words you want to talk? There's been a lot of people commenting. Any last words, Iram?
Man, really just I just want to thank everybody, man, in Odessa and people that support us, man. Especially for my son. You know, I have 3 boys and I got kids here that hopefully be, you know, pros and maybe make a name for themselves. And you know, they show us so much support, man, that it helps. You know, it's if it weren't for them, I mean, none of this is gonna happen. And you know, you gotta have support from your team, your city, man. You know, boxing hasn't been in the lights for a while, you know, in this area. So, you know, we're getting a lot of support and hopefully this goes somewhere, man. And we're gonna try the best to make a name, you know, put Odessa on the map, you know, make some noise and maybe get some champions out of the gym, bro. You know what I mean? We got some good talent. There's a lot of talented kids, bro.
Well, you already have a champion. Good luck to your son, man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, and whenever you're in El Paso, stop by, my friend.
Yeah, for sure, man. And likewise, man. Anytime y'all want to come down and my gym's open to you guys. Anything we can help y'all with, we're here, man. You know,
Fuck
it's like
yeah,
family.
it's-
You know.
Yeah,
Right
fuck
on.
yeah.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure, man. It's been a pleasure, my friend. Keep up the good work, Iram. Please, man. Take it easy, my friend. God bless you, man. You're a good man, and God bless your family, my friend. Herman, it's been a pleasure as well. But
What happened to Rapid Fire?
that was the end of the year awards. That was rapid fire.
Orale.
Órale. Hey, any last words, Herman, for Iram?
Oh, Iram, it's a pleasure meeting you and talking to you, buddy. And if I'm ever up there in Odessa, definitely I'll stop by and look for you.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like I said, we're here on 607 Royalty, man.
I'll find it,
And,
man. Odessa's easy.
And if y'all can come out, like I said, look up the boxing showcase, man. They're doing big things, and you know they're gonna bring a big professional show here. My son's gonna be the main event, Conrad Martinez.
And you know what?
And,
Hopefully we can take some of. If there's ever amateur shows, it'd be nice to take our kids up there.
Yeah, man. Like I said, you know, look us up on Instagram, Facebook. You'll see all that stuff there, man.
Hey, you know something I didn't ask you. Do you throw amateur shows too?
Actually, I've never done one. You know, I just don't want to mess with the BS. Because you know, Augie, you know, and a couple of guys in town, they're all doing shows together, and they're doing a great job. You know, I take all my kids to the fights. I got a lot of kids that, you know, we're ready to. We got plenty of fighters, man.
But you're affiliated with what's going on over there in Odessa. You'll know about tournaments going on and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you know,
Cool.
we're fighting this weekend at the Coliseum.
Right
I got
on.
like 6 guys that are going to be fighting.
There's
We got
fights at
6
Hector
kids that are
Coliseum.
fighting. I got another kid. He's going to be the main event. His name is Seth Vasquez. He's a fucking monster. I mean, this guy bangs, man. And but we're gonna fight January the 29th, man. Here at the Coliseum, the boxing showcase. He's gonna be the main event. It's the finals, man. It's for the belt. Look into it, man. Do a little bit of research in that. It's a pretty good deal, man. I think that tournament is gonna grow. This is the first time they've done that.
Cool.
So we're actually be the first ones to. If we get that belt, man, it's gonna be awesome. And
Well, I hope you do, man, and let us know.
And then look out for my other boys. I got another kid. He's junior, Iram Sanchez, Jr. He's a little southpaw.
Hey, speaking of
Pedro Martinez.
Triple G and Murata has been postponed due to COVID-19. It just came out on ESPN.
Wow, fuck. Speaking of that, man.
So now
that's fucking crazy.
Take it back and start talking about Canelo Triple G again. Mamadas 101, man.
You're gonna have to watch.
Yeah, no shit. Good luck to your boys, and enjoy the weekend. Herman, it was a pleasure. Like we always.
Take care, man.
Hey, whatever you do, put God first, man. We'll see you, Iram. Thank you, buddy.
All right, guys.
Take care, my man. All right, bro.